My name is Mikyx. My in-game name is Mikyx, and I'm the support player for Team Misfits. I guess I also wanted to kind of prove people wrong, because everyone was saying that I won't make it. That I'll never go pro and that I'm too bad and stuff like that.
Disengage this fight, Mikyx jumps in, Mikyx steals the balance somehow! How the hell did that happen?
But I did. I'm from a small village in Slovenia called Čušperk. I think there's maybe like 400 people in the village. And yeah, I grew up there.
Our village is a small village. We live in peace, in nature.
We don't have like any stores or anything. The football field and a fire station, and that's pretty much it. And a church. So in our house there is 3 families living in there. My family is on the bottom floor with my dad, my mom, 2 sisters and 1 smaller brother. And the financial situation is below average, I guess. I used to sit on a wooden chair, and it had like the bars on the back that you could lean on. And I think I still have like 2 marks of the bars on my back, because I was just sitting on the chair for like, I don't know, 10 years straight.
My first memories of Mikyx is how he always took forever to load into a game. Whenever he would be in my game, regardless if it was in my team or in the enemy team, it would always take like 10-15 minutes to get into the game because of his potato PC.
The only PC I had before was one my dad gave it to me. I think he got it for free somewhere, and a free mouse, a free keyboard, everything was like really budget.
Like it was actually unreal how slow it was, and it even came to the point where it became a meme within all the high elo players, where you could just go and have a dinner meal or something before the game would get going, because his PC was just that slow.
I share a room with 2 sisters, so whenever I play, she's either studying in the background or something.
It was difficult in the night, because we wanted sleep, and he was like playing and talking on the Skype, and we were just like, come on, can you be a little bit more quiet? But now we get used to it, so it's okay.
I don't know when he started to play LOL, but when Marcel was born, I was in a hospital a lot with Marcel because his heart is ill.
When my younger brother was born, the doctors thought he was completely fine. But after 1 week, they realized that his heart is not working properly, so only half of his heart is like functioning. So he could have died anytime.
Husband was at the job, I was in the hospital, so he was alone most of the time. He played a lot. Yes, that period was the most important to put so much energy and time and everything to the game. This game world was the world when he escaped from the reality.
I got to be a pro by getting scouted by Fnatic at first for a sub position.
When he showed the contract for the Fnatic, I didn't trust this organization. I didn't know anything about the game. Then he told me that he won't go anywhere. He will stay at home. And I said, okay, let it be. And I signed.
Being a solo queue player, I didn't really talk much. They just took me as a sub.
He's always been good, so actually that led to us trying him out for the Season 6 roster in Fnatic.
At first they took Noxshaq, but after a few weeks they kicked Noxshaq. And then I thought that was my chance because I was a sub.
Even though he was like a new player, he had like insane talent. Like I could already see that he was really good in the laning phase, for example, and his mechanics were something else, like not the usual EOS support mechanics. So I thought it would be really good to get him on board.
So I thought it's finally my chance, a dream come true. Playing for Fnatic, one of the oldest orgs.
But Daylor didn't think that he would fit the requirements that a Season 6 player needed. Like he wasn't ready yet to go onto the stage.
And then I read that they took Clive back. So I was a bit confused and a bit triggered. And yeah, I just continued being a sub.
Which I think is a shame now in hindsight, because I could see how successful he was already from the get-go with Splice and now in Misfits as well.
One day I came home from school and I got a message from the Fnatic manager that Splice are interested in me. And I was so happy. I was like screaming. It was like a dream come true, I guess. I tried to take it instantly, but my parents were kind of against it.
He said that he's leaving the school and goes to Berlin. And I said, uh-oh, no, you don't go.
We thought that the first week he must finish the school.
At the time I was 17, so I needed a signature of my parents to even sign the contract. So I had to convince them for at least like 1 or 2 months that this is the only thing that I kind of want to do. I like showed them LCS matches and like everything, try to get them into it.
And then I saw that he's serious. Then I said, okay, I have to talk with your manager. Tell me everything about where you stay, where you sleep, who will cook for you, you know, such mother thing. Then I said, okay, you can go, I will sign the contract, and he went there.
He was really new to being out of home, you know, I could really feel like this is the first time he doesn't have his mom. He was like, even though we're the same age, he was still like a little brother to some extent.
In Splice and even in Misfits, everyone was making fun of my diet, I guess, or my food choice.
The food he got, it wasn't always his favorite. I would say he's expanded his food pool, you can call it. He used to really nitpick about what food he would like to eat. Now he at least tries to eat vegetables.
With Splice, we went to the finals in Krakow, representing against G2. And that was my first time that I was like in a hotel, and it was pretty insane. We got our bed made every single morning, and we got new towels, and everything was like really clean, and I was really mind blown. I don't really spend much money for myself. I mostly give my salary to my parents because it's been more than 5 years, I think, since we started building a new house, but we never really had the money to finish it.
He's almost always willing to help unless it means he has to leave the house, but but in general he's like he's a really selfless person, I would say.
For the first split that we played in Splice, my only goal was to finish higher than Fnatic. Yeah, that year we went to Worlds and they didn't, so I was pretty happy. At school, in high school, there was like some people that kind of made fun of me for being a nerd, for playing League of Legends 24/7, and they were like, you know, the gym guys. So they added me on Snapchat a bit, and then after we qualified for Worlds and were in NA, we were driving in a limo to Corsair, I think, and I Snapchatted it and sent it to all of those people. That was really satisfying. Yeah, after Worlds 2016, when we were getting ready for a spring split with Splice, my brother just went to the hospital and I had to leave for Germany.
First he had an operation in Israel, then he had an operation in Ljubljana, the third operation was in Italy, and the fourth operation was in Ljubljana, and then everything goes wrong.
And before I went, the doctor said that like anything could happen, the worst could come to worst. So it was pretty tough to play. And during scrims and even on stage, I played pretty bad for a few weeks because it was the only thing on my mind. And I didn't really talk to my teammates or anyone about it because I just didn't know if I should even say it, because I didn't want them to feel sorry for me, or maybe they think I'm looking for excuses because I'm playing bad. So I just kind of kept it to myself, and it was pretty tough until recently, where he had his last surgery and he was fine.
Today is a year when we went home from the hospital.
So after summer 2017, where we kind of failed with Splice. We didn't qualify for anything. We went out of Gauntlet 0-3, which was pretty sad or depressing compared to the previous year, where we went to Worlds. Everyone kind of knew that we probably won't stay the same team because there was a lot of issues that we couldn't really fix. So we kind of knew everyone was going separate ways. As soon as our owner said, Marty, that we can explore options before our contract ends, he made a tweet about it, and as soon as that happened, I got DMs from Misfits that if I want to join them, even before I did my own tweet that I'm available.
We reached out to Mikyx because when we knew we were looking for new support, he was the best in Europe. We knew that from scrims, we knew that from stage. It was very exciting to have the chance to get Mikyx, and as soon as we reached free agency, we had reached out to Splice before free agency to try to pick him up, and we're lucky to have him.
I've always liked playing with Mikyx. He's always been a good player, good mechanically, very motivated, really willing to improve and talk about mistakes and stuff, and always a nice guy and a good friend. So, I mean, I like playing with him, and I'm glad I'm still playing with him in Misfits.
Whenever we played against Mikyx, we just knew that we always had to look out for these weird engages that he would always find. He was, it seemed from the outside, the playmaker in Splice and finding plays, and I knew I wanted that on my team, so I had Ben and Joe reach out as soon as I thought he was available.
The main reason that I chose Misfits was because I think it has the best players and the best coaching staff for me to achieve great things.
He decides to do something, he will do it. I'm proud of this, and I know that every day is not the easiest day for him. He knows that this is his will and this is his way, and he's dealing with problems wherever he is.